Hey guys, how's it going? Shinobi here. I hope your holidays are going well. I've been taking a little bit of break from making videos. However, recently I've been doing a lot of giveaways, and in one of the giveaways I said I'm going to do an Ask Shinobi video pretty soon. So I'm going to put, pretty much the questions that were asked to me in this video right here. If you're looking at a black screen with my Shinobi logo in the middle, I'm going to be flashing up the questions that people had asked me. So if you see your name, all right, cool. But I didn't really know what to put in the background, and I know like WoW Krendor, he does something where he's like flying on a mount, but I didn't want to like copy him or anything like that. However, I did want to answer some questions because I haven't done this in a while, and the last time I did this, I think I only had like 8,000 subscribers, so I've had a couple of thousand more since then. So let's get into everything right now, and I'll just read through all the questions that I see here on this video and all that good stuff. So here we go. All right, and the first question here is going to come from Amar1993. He says, "Hey, do you know when PvP is coming out on Diablo 3?" Well, actually, I don't. I talked about it a little bit in a video a while ago, and recently Blizzard has actually released some information about Diablo 3, saying that they're only going to stick with the dueling thing, the 1 vs 1 thing for now, and then probably branch into that stuff maybe later on if they can get it to work and all that stuff. But as far as that goes, you're really not going to know. They pretty much, you're going to know when I know type thing. I don't really have a secret like, I talked to Jay Wilson personally or something. They'll post it up on the Diablo 3 website, and they'll pretty much say, hey, this is when PTR is going to start, and that's pretty much it. So as far as that, if I can give you a good guess, like I said in the video, it's probably going to be about like March at the latest, I would think. I can't really think it'd be any later than March because they got to go through like a month or so of PTR, and they still haven't really released when it's actually going to come out. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for your comment there. And next one here is from Game Masters 2012. I see this name a lot on here. Nice to see you again. Hey, is Faint music free to use for everyone, like Fixia, DJ Fixia, and stuff like that? Love your videos. Please give me an answer. I have been looking all over the internet to try to find an answer on it, and my conclusion is if it is released on Monstercat, you can't, but if it isn't, you can. Is that right? Well, the way that it works, and I've talked about this before, but I hope this clarifies this for you. Whenever you try to use somebody's music, if you did not make the music and you didn't, like, say you use all your own instruments, you put everything together, you edited everything together, cool, you can use it and there's no stipulation. But if you use anybody else's music, you have to get written permission, or you have to purchase like licenses to use their music, and you have to ask the artist pretty much, or the label that is on the artist pretty much. So for example, Monstercat here, which is a label, or I guess a license that I use on my channel because I'm with TGN. They had purchased those licenses, so TGN partners are allowed to use that. If you're just a YouTuber just starting out, you're not partnered with anybody, then the only kind of music that you can use legally is royalty-free music. And also check on the websites. Also, because a lot of websites, like say someone's trying to get their music heard type thing, and they don't really have any like labels or any licenses or anything like that, they usually will let you use it, but just get written permission from them electronically, through the email or something, or written in real life too. That could even work too. But just try and get written permission. And to answer your question about if DJ Fixia and stuff like that is free to use, it is not free to use commercially. I believe they let you put it on YouTube if you're not making money off of it, but don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. But as far as like anything from any of the music that is on my videos, I've had to get written permission from. So anything you ever see, yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. So yeah, anyways, thanks for your comment. Next one here is Gaming. Hey man, I'm on Darksphere as well. I also make videos for YouTube. I'm just starting out though, but would you be willing to do some BGs or arenas with me? I do post up my battle tag, which I'm sure I'll get more of those questions in this video here. I post up my battle tag on multiple videos. My friends list is usually full all the time because you could only have 100 people on your Battle.net thing. But I do clear out people that haven't played for months and stuff like that, so I can get some new faces in there. But I do play with subscribers from time to time. I'm sure some people that are watching this video can verify that with me, and it is fun to do. Play with you specifically, I'm not really sure. Depends. I'm not really doing the whole BGs and arena thing right now. Maybe we'll do something else. Just add me on there. My battle tag is Vulgar1237, and yeah, I'll probably put an annotation or something. But anyways, thank you. And the next one here is a Psychoman13. What would be a great character name? This thing for me is like one of my biggest pet peeves. In World of Warcraft, since I've been playing since the very beginning, which I guess is like 8 years now, right? That is the hardest thing for me to do. I can level a character to 90 with my eyes closed pretty much, but when it comes to making a unique name, I just so tough. Like, you want to have a name that, people can understand you for. You don't want to be copying other people. You want it to be pretty cool, and you also want it to be pretty badass at the same time. And you want it to look, kind of funny, but not like too funny where you look like a dork. It's tough. Like, it's really tough to come up with a really creative name. I can tell you, though, the way that I got my name Shinobi is if you look it up in the dictionary, or there's an urban dictionary you can look online. Shinobi was like a video game that was brought out a long time ago, back in the old school video games, and it's been remade in PS2 and PS3 and blah blah blah, and pretty much been remade forever. And I always enjoyed playing the games, but that's not the main reason. I like the name because I wanted to have like a ninja type name, but I didn't want to be like ninja and then like, oh, that's the original, great. So I tried to come up with Shinobi to see how it sounded, and when I used it, it really caught on. And people, when I played in tournaments and league play and stuff like that, when I was really big in FPSs, playing against the top players of the world, they really caught on, and people shorten it and call me Shinob, or some people call me Shin, and I like that. I like an alias that can have a nickname inside the alias, and it just kind of stuck after a while, and that's pretty much how I got mine. So just try and come up with something that you're going to be happy with. I mean, if you're going to come up with a character name, you got to have it for a long time, unless you pay the ridiculous fee that Blizzard charges you. So anyways, thank you. Next one here is Rybit28. I think I've seen a Bet 28. I've seen you on my friends list on Diablo 3, I'm pretty sure. Yes, I have a really good memory. But anyways, and he says, hey, what is it like to earn money from what you love? Now, I gotta say that as a disclaimer, before you guys think of some rich gamer and stuff like that, it's not the case. Really not. What I do barely pays the bills, but it gets better and better and better. And some of the top YouTubers on YouTube actually do make a decent amount of money where they can actually never have to worry about a bill again for the rest of their lives. Now, I'd like to get to there someday. That would be great. I mean, when you guys share my videos and stuff, that does help. When you guys watch all my videos, that helps a lot too. But what does it feel like to really, make money doing something that I love? I gotta tell you, it's an incredible feeling because, I worked a lot of jobs. I'm 26 years old, and when I was 13 or 12, I got my first job, which was a paper route. That was just to help out with my mom to get groceries for us and stuff like that, and also for myself too. I'm not like, I was a kid and I was just trying to like feed our family. No, I had selfish reasons too. I was a kid, but then I was 15, working gas stations, and it started getting better. I started working at like Lowe's. I've worked there. I work at Target. I've worked in many places, construction, the list goes on. I've reviewed video games online, and then the biggest thing that I've ever done was work in restaurants for about 6 to 7 years. I've done cooking, cleaning, I've done serving, training, managing, busing. Anything you can pretty much do in a restaurant except for being the general manager, I've pretty much done. And I really do love working in restaurants. The money can be really good sometimes, and sometimes it can be bad, kind of like YouTube. But the thing is that, I did enjoy doing that stuff, but I didn't love doing that stuff. So when you actually make money from something you love to do, that is different. That actually makes you happy. It doesn't feel like a job anymore. It feels like you don't wake up in the morning and go, oh, great, I got to play video games for 15 hours and then make a video. And then a lot of people are going to tell me how much they love me and going to give me a lot of love and respect and really tell me just, how great I am and thank me so much by putting out these videos. No, I never act like that ever because that's ridiculous. Like, I pretty much just go, wow, I get to wake up in the morning and play video games and make videos. And it's not easy. It's not an easy process at all. But at the end of the day, do I love earning money from what I do? I do. And I think it's awesome. I wouldn't be doing it otherwise. I mean, as long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep making. And that's just how it goes. Next comment here. This video is going to be really long, by the way, for anybody that's not knowing. So if you want to skip ahead, maybe try and find your question to get answered type thing, go for it. But it's just going to be a really long video. I really don't feel like shortening all this, and I want to answer all of your questions, and I want to give you, like, a good answer. Not like, so, what is it like to make, to earn money from what you love to do? Oh, it's great. Oh, that's it? So you guys, I hope you guys respect that. So anyways, next one here is Colin M. And he said, I'm on Darkspear, would you maybe help me out? I am new to the game. I do help people out from time to time. I've been making a lot of gold lately, doing a lot of different things that I've been experimenting with that I'm making gold guides with. And, just if you see me in game, pretty much going to be on multiple characters. We just look for the name Shinobi. It's probably me because I have a lot of different Shinobis on Darkspear. And if you need a little bit of gold or something, just ask me, man. Next one here, the player from DK. Okay. How much time do you spend on WoW a day? Recently, not as much as I did in the past. And back in the day, I used to play 18 hours plus. I've done marathons of 30 hours plus. But recently, that's not really the case. World of Warcraft's kind of slowing down a little bit, and I've just kind of been focusing on professions and making gold and stuff because I need to have all the professions on the Alliance. However, it's still a fun game. It's always been a fun game. It's not going to change. I mean, they're not going to drastically change WoW overnight. It's a fun game, so, some nights I get on with my friends, or sometimes I get on with subscribers and play all night long. Some nights I play for a couple hours and just check my auctions. So, it varies, but, a lot of the video making process usually does make me play WoW for a long time, so for sure. Next one here is Vincent1982. You're 4 years older than me. I love your videos and hope to see more. What got you started into making them? Would you be willing to do some class guides? Oh, he's going for the multiple question. I know things are rough, but you will make it through. Merry Christmas to you and your father, and Happy New Year. Before I answer your question, I want to say thank you for saying those nice things. The reason you saying I know things may be rough, because a couple of reasons. I moved here to help take care of my dad with cancer, and then, the transition's been a little rough with the YouTube not really paying bills as much as it used to. The views are kind of a little bit down. I'm blaming a lot of that on YouTube and their new layout and stuff like that. But yeah, like he said, I will make it through. It'll be awesome, and things will keep coming. And just had Christmas, and that was fun, and New Year's right around the corner, and all that good stuff. But thanks for that, man. Anyways, you did say what got you started into making videos. Well, I first started off, I think, I wanted to, I've always been a really big fan of YouTube. I've been watching it since the very beginning when it came out. I've seen some of the top YouTubers' very first videos that they posted like 7-8 years ago, and yeah, I just always really loved it. I always watched all the videos, and I was always really a fan of it. And then it kind of got to the point that I was like, how are these people doing this so much? And then I've realized that, wow, maybe they're making money by doing this. And then I did research about it and saw that you could actually make money by doing it, but it wasn't all about the money. I don't want to seem like I'm doing it for the money. That's not why I do it. I got into it because I wanted to do this as a hobby type thing, and I wanted to see if there was a future in it. So if I could keep doing it type thing for a long time, like, is there something that I get other than just the fact of, making videos for people? And I did find that research out, and that's what I got to see. So that was pretty cool. But I did actually, want to start making videos for the reason pretty much that it's fun. I like to edit. I like to mess around with stuff. I like to watch my finished product. Every time I make a video, I sit down and I watch my entire video. And you may think that's weird. There's a lot of actors out there that don't watch their own videos and stuff like that. But for me, I've always had like a lot of knowledge when it comes to a lot of different video games. And one thing that really got me pushed into doing this YouTube thing is when I used to work in the restaurant business, I was a trainer. So I literally trained every person that worked in the restaurant, and we were the top ranked restaurant out of the whole chain of 165 stores. Or 135 or something like that. So for that, I was like, people kept telling me, like, you're a really good teacher. Like, you're really good at helping people get better at what they want to do. But I also played a lot of video games. I'm like, what if I could incorporate both of those together? So I did. I incorporated helping people get better at video games. And, a lot of influences that I had were like WoW Hobbs, Swifty, stuff like that. Hobbs was pretty much like the first gold guide person on YouTube. And there's other people out there like Taru, WoW Guides. He does that stuff too. Never really got really big into watching him and stuff like that. But that's pretty much why I got into it. It's because I saw what these other people were doing, and I was like, I think I could do it too, but maybe I could do this, and because they're not doing that, maybe I could do this and that because they're not doing that. And I just had a lot of great ideas on my own, and after everything came all together, that's what happened. So that's pretty much it. And then you also said, what would you be willing to do some class guides? As far as class guides go, they're a very specific thing. It's something that, I've done like a hunter guide, I've done like a rogue guide, I've done a warrior guide, which are like the three main classes that I play pretty much. But as far as like complete class guide, I'd have to I kind of bounce around on classes so much that I don't really play just one class that I just really enjoy playing. If I'm going to do class guides, it'd probably have to be on like every class, and that's going to take a lot of time. So maybe in the future, something like that will happen. But I feel like WoW is kind of one-dimensional right now. Everybody kind of it's not really that tough to figure out what to do in as far as like which skills are nice and which specs are good. It's usually just like one spec that's good and one way of playing. But I'll do some research into it, and if it's something that you guys want to see, then obviously I'd want to make it. Next one here is going to come from 001 Rocket Man, and he says, how did you get into WoW or World of Warcraft? Funny story. This is actually a pretty hilarious story. Not really hilarious. I don't know. You be the judge. Anyway, if you're watching at this part of the video, let me know in the comments below. But anyways, as I was working at Target when World of Warcraft was released. I worked in electronics. I ran electronics with my best friend, Jason Sutton, at the time. And I was down in Atlanta, Georgia. That's where I was living. I moved down there with my dad. And I was working there just part-time to make a little bit extra money. So anyways, World of Warcraft comes out. Everybody's talking about how it's the next biggest, greatest thing. Blah, blah, blah. Like, this is the first month that it come out. And pretty much like it was sold out everywhere. Like for the first 3 months, it was almost impossible to get World of Warcraft if you didn't already buy it when it first came out type thing. And I worked in electronics of Target, and we were sold out like crazy. But we had actually found one copy in the back, and I didn't have the money to get it. So what we had done is my friend Jason and I had stepped on the box by accident. Okay, not by accident. We stepped on the box on purpose. We stepped on the box so we could defect it out. So we go over there and we go into the front. We're like, okay, we're gonna defect this out, blah blah blah. Because we both wanted to see what this game was like if it was any good. but we didn't want to pay for it if we didn't think it was gonna be any good. Because we like really didn't play any games like this. We always play like first-person shooters. That was the big thing that I was into, and then I kind of took a break from that. So anyway, so then I had the game, and pretty much what happened was they said, okay, well, we can't defect this out, but we can, if we can sell it to you for like half the price or whatever. So he said, okay. So I bought it, and I think my dad bought it for me for like $25 or something like that. I got it for like half off because the box was ripped and stuff like that, and they couldn't defect it out and still give it to me because then the key would be defected out. So kind of failed there, but it worked out anyway. So got World of Warcraft, tried it, and I was horrible at it. I was so bad. It was ridiculous. But it was so addicting. Like, I just wanted to keep playing. So I just kept playing and playing and playing and playing. And my other best friend, Jesse Weston, he actually was playing it as well. And then we got Skype when Skype first came out. Like, we were one of the first people to use Skype. And we talked on Skype, and we were like, let's play this game. So we literally helped each other get good over the years. And if you guys haven't heard me talk about Jesse before, he's just as good as I am at these games, and he's going to be starting a channel soon as he gets his computer built. He's building a computer, so make sure you guys check his channel out. He's going to be doing stuff like me, and he's going to be doing like other video games though too. So look for that. But yeah, I know that was a long story pretty much on how I got into WoW. But that's pretty much how I got into it, and I pretty much retired from first-person shooters and just stuck straight to WoW, and that's pretty much how it went. So next one here, Asian Kid 509. How long have you been playing World of Warcraft? Been playing since the very beginning. I kind of said that a little bit earlier, but anyway, thanks for the question. Alex Murphy, when did you become interested in YouTube? Merry Christmas by T. That's exactly what he said. Anyway, when did I become interested in YouTube? I've been doing this for just over a year now. The first 6 months that I was doing this went really slow because I was doing Magic the Gathering videos, where I was pretty much like about to be in the Pro Tour for Magic the Gathering because it's a card game that I was really, really good at. And I thought, why don't I document this? So when I was doing that, I started doing that. And then I kind of just stopped playing Magic because it's really expensive. And at the same time, it's not something that I was really not much into anymore. I didn't really have time. Like, I had a girlfriend and stuff like that. And it's kind of tough to balance working 14 hours a day, having a girlfriend, and playing a card game professionally. So kind of tough. So I pretty much just said, you know what, I'm going to go back to World of Warcraft because I had retired from World of Warcraft. I went back, put up a video, and it went pretty much viral, and that's how it all started. So that was that video, you can go check it out, is how to make 100,000 gold in one day. It was like the first World of Warcraft video I did, and I think I posted that like in December of last year, so exactly a year ago, pretty much, just less than a year ago. Yeah, and right here, the Fura 54. Hello, hope you're having a good holiday. I just wanted to ask, what inspired you to start making YouTube videos? I already said that before. Dark Paladin 18. What do you think about Skyrim? I like Skyrim. I think it's a fun game. Mainly I play Skyrim when I don't have internet. So if my internet goes out, I'll start playing some Skyrim because it's the only game that I like to play that doesn't require internet pretty much. But yeah, it's definitely a fun game. I've done everything in it. It's hilarious. Me and my friends have played it before and gone around and killed dragons and completed the game while we're still low level and just everything. And it's a fun game. I really like it. As far as putting videos like on YouTube, I know you didn't ask that, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Probably something I'm not going to do because that's just it's kind of older now. They're having like, the whole Skyrim like online thing that's supposed to be coming out in the future. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe that would be something if you guys want to see that. Here we are. Darkis81. What was the first game you ever played? The first game I ever played, I can actually tell you this. That's how good of a memory I have. It is Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on the Sega Genesis. I got the console for my for Christmas from my dad, and that's the game that it came with, was Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It didn't come with the first one, it came with Sonic the Hedgehog 2, because it had just already been out. And you might be saying to yourself, you're not a true gamer, you didn't play, Atari and all that crap. Well, first off, Atari came out a long time before I was born. It came out a little while before I was born. And second of all, I was really poor. Like, to get video games back in the day, and it's still kind of like it today, you had to be kind of rich in order to get video games, because it was like a big deal. So, when I got a console, like, wow. So that's kind of how it went. But Sega Genesis, pretty much since Sega Genesis, my dad has bought me every console that ever came out, because he kept saying to me, he's like, you're so good at these games, like, I buy you a game, you beat it in the same day. And that's kind of like why I would beat it, is because I wanted to get more games. So I would just conquer the game like crazy, and then that way I'd get more games. So every time I beat games, I got more. And that's pretty much how it went. But yeah, that was the first game that I ever played, and it's definitely a fun game. And I played more and more after that, and yep, that's why I'm here today. And here we are here. The Axe Paintball Show? The Addicts Paintball Show? The Addicts Paintball Show, I think. Anyway, how can you start making gold with no professions? Pretty simple. Farming materials. That is how I like to make gold when I don't have any professions, is farming cloth, stuff like that, buying and reselling stuff on the auction house. That can work too. I might make some guides in the future on that kind of stuff, but yeah, it's just some things you can do. 268 Sak says, ever think of playing PlanetSide 2? It's a really fun game, you should give it a shot. PlanetSide 2, I haven't really heard too much about that. It's pretty popular on YouTube. I've seen people playing it and stuff before. I don't know if it's really my type of game, but maybe give it a shot in the future. I mean, I want to play games that you guys want me to play, so that's what you kind of like do. Like on my channel, I have to be really careful on what kind of games I put on there, because if I put like, some game you guys really don't like, I don't want to lose subscribers. I don't want you guys to be unhappy, because I make videos for you guys, so that's kind of the whole thing. The next one here is Shibugli. How many maxed WoW characters do you have? Since the beginning of World of Warcraft, I've played everything at cap level. As far as what I have currently, right now I have 3 level 90s, and I have 13 level 85s. So, yeah, those are characters that I need to level up. But, yeah, I've pretty much played everything. I know everything about everything in World of Warcraft. I mean, when you play for 8 years, that's just kind of what happens. But, yeah, that's pretty much how many I have. And I know it's a lot. Next one here is Kirinix Parkour. He says, I'm EU, I'm from Europe. Can I win? He says, if I do, we can't play together and all that stuff, and I already have Pandaria. Pretty much what it was, this video, was Gamersbook.com was allowing me to give away a bunch of copies of Mists of Pandaria, the expansion pack, and some signed ones from the developers and stuff like that, and a special edition one. And he's asking if he could win on the EU. Just check on the website if you can win. I'm sure you can. I think it's a global thing. As far as playing with me, yeah, you can't really play with me, but because you're on the EU, and I might eventually get an account sometime on EU, because I do have a lot of EU followers. However, I'm not really too excited about that ping if I were to in the leg. So yeah. Next one here is from WoW Flaria. Shinobi, how did you start WoW? I actually answered that a little while ago. I got the game when I worked at Target. And next one here is Power Knight 1. How can I get better barbarian in Diablo? In which class is your favorite in Diablo and WoW? I guess he wants to see how you can get better at Barbarian. I've put some guides out in the past, probably put some more out in the future. But with anything in life, video games or otherwise, it just requires practice. Play the character, level it up, take your time with it, learn what each ability does, and just kind of test things. That's what I like to do. For me to get better at stuff, I usually test things. So if I use like 6 different, abilities, and that's my spec pretty much, and I go, okay, now I'm going to try to add this one in instead of that one and see what the difference is, and do this and do that and see what the difference is, and just kind of fool with it and just test it a lot. I mean, I can't tell you, obviously I never played Diablo 3 before Diablo 3 came out, so I was a noob when it first came out, but I played it ridiculously, and I've played for over 1,000 hours on Diablo 3, and now I'm like a pro at it. Like, I'm really, really good at it. So it really just takes understanding of wanting to learn and playing often so you can actually get better. And also looking at my videos, that's kind of why I do that. And which class is your favorite in Diablo and WoW? In Diablo, it is Demon Hunter. That's what I've played since the beginning. I love it. One thing I like about it is it's like you don't really see a lot of people on YouTube playing the Demon Hunter except for like a Fiend, but he just like got all the gold given to him for his gear, and then like me and like a couple other people are like the only popular Demon Hunters, so I like that. I like kind of standing out a little bit. Plus it's a fun class, it's a range class. I think they're going to be really good in PvP, and yeah, so. And then in World of Warcraft, I never ever have had a single favorite class. Sometimes it's this class, sometimes it's that class. I really base a class off of how much I like it on based off of how well I do with it. So if I'm just like stomping everybody's face and doing amazing with a warrior, and then they nerf the crap out of it 2 weeks later, obviously I don't like it anymore. So I'm not going to play it anymore. And that's kind of a crappy thing about World of Warcraft, is you can get so intense into one class, and then they just nerf the crap out of it. Next one here from Stutter V1. Why did you start playing the classes you play today? I don't know if he's talking about Diablo 3 or World of Warcraft, but any class that I ever play, I always research them a little bit beforehand. What I did with Diablo 3, when I was thinking of which class I was going to play, I ignored all the hype that people were like, oh, this is good and that's good and blah, blah, blah. I just went and read all the abilities, and I said, okay, when PvP does get released, I know that CC is going to play a big factor, and the fact that you can be ranged and you can kite and you can, slow and you can do that kind of stuff, I like that, and that's something that I want to have for the Demon Hunter, and I think that I had an easier time leveling up because barbarians weren't near as good in the beginning of Diablo 3. Demon Hunter and monks were like the 2 best classes, and pretty much we like just stomped everything. Like, I didn't have any problems with anything. Like, yeah, I was really squishy, but like I was just really good at kiting, really good at getting everything done, and that's why I was like the first person in the world to do Inferno Whimsyshire, because I had got to that far, from just playing so much. So that's why I really do enjoy it. What made you want to start doing YouTube videos? Someone already said this before. This one here is Swifty Fans. How did you get into Gamers Book, and what made you start doing YouTube videos? I already answered the second one, but Gamers Book actually contacted me about a month ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that, and I thought maybe it was a troll at first, and it was actually like the CEO of Gamersbook.com. He's like, hey, we really love your videos. We love that you do giveaways constantly. We think we have like you have a big heart. You really want to give back to the gamers out there. You make guides for the gamers. Like, everything that I literally do is for you guys, and they love that. So they said, like, we want to we do a lot of giveaways on our website, and we get a lot of traffic. Do you maybe want to do some giveaways from our website, and you can share it with your viewers, and that way they have more chances to win and everything like that. And he said anytime you want some of the viewers from Gamers Book to come check out your channel, just let me know and send me a video and everything like that. And that's straight up exactly what happened between us, and it's been really cool working with them. They're pretty awesome. They give away some like really ridiculous prizes, like $600 video cards and stuff like that. Like, it's crazy. And they just gave away like 5 iPads or something like that, and they're not scams or anything. They're like a legitimate company, or a big company, so it's pretty awesome. But yeah, I don't really get anything from them though. Like, they don't pay me or anything like that. They just they just contacted me, and there's two ways that you can pretty much get a sponsorship. If you like, this isn't a sponsorship, but if you were asking me that because you're thinking of how do you get sponsorships, there's pretty much two ways. One, you contact the company that you want a sponsorship from, tell them what you're all about, kind of throw your pitch to them type thing. And the second way is they just see you and they contact you. So that's kind of pretty much how it goes. So yeah. Next one here is from Skid Row 506. What is your favorite class? I think I mentioned that earlier. Demon Hunter for Diablo 3, and then if I had to pick one in World of Warcraft, Warrior or Hunter, one of those two. Next one would be Sleep Kobe. Are there going to be gold guide videos? I'm gonna need those if I win. I have been putting out more gold guides recently, and Cataclysm I put out a lot, and they got really, really popular. The thing is, though, that the way that you make gold doesn't really change from Cataclysm to Mists of Pandaria. So I don't really want to make a guide that I've already done before and just be like, oh, this is the materials you use. The only thing that's different is the materials, because obviously you're using new materials for the new expansion. So go back and look if you ever were curious and you wanted to look at back in the past, some of my past videos and some of my guides, and then just implement that nowadays. I'm going to put out more videos, but if you want to do that, all you have to do is go look on my main page. You can see there's playlists there, and just go to the World of Warcraft Cataclysm playlist and just go look at those videos. They got like hundreds of thousands of views on each one type thing, and they got really popular for a reason, because they work. So anyways, next, John 1 or the first or something. What made you want to start gaming channel for YouTube? I think I mentioned that a little bit recently there, John. But pretty much it was the fact that I found out that I was really good at helping people, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to help people, so I incorporated that into my biggest hobby of all time, which was gaming, and then put two and one together to make two, and that's how YouTube came about, and that's pretty much it. Joseph Hayes says, when did I start playing WoW, and what was your first class? He typed it a little bit differently, but I know what he was trying to say. Anyway, I told you already, I started playing right in the beginning, like the first month the game came out, and my first class was a mage, actually, and I played a mage. His name was Thundred. I don't know, maybe if I have some pictures, I can throw them up on the screen. I don't know if I have the pictures still from back in the day, but yeah, that was my first class that I played, and had a rough time with it. Mages leveled so slow back then. This is before all of the buffs and everything like that to all the classes, so it was tough leveling a mage back then. And then I got to level 40, and I decided, okay, I want to try a different class, something maybe that levels quicker, and I leveled a rogue, and rogues were ridiculous back then, which they've always really been good, and I leveled that to 60 faster than I leveled my mage to 40, and I loved it. And then PvP finally came out, so I tried that out, and it was fun, so I decided to start PvPing. The next class that I played was my shaman, which I played on the Horde, and I got High Warlord with him in a guild called Conquered, and then more and more classes ensued, pretty much. So yeah, and let's go to Lord Vulcan 6 says, when do I find out if I had won your giveaway? Any giveaways that I ever win, I don't like make a specific video for them, because I don't want to spam your channels, because sometimes I put a lot of videos out. Any videos that have giveaways that you possibly won, whatever, I just message straight to your YouTube. Or if, say, Gamer's Book is doing like a giveaway, then they will message your email or whatever information you gave them. So yeah, if you do find out, if you hear from me, then congratulations type thing. But yeah, that's pretty much the way that it works, because if I did the other way, then it'd just be spamming your inboxes and blah blah blah, and yeah. So Matthew West says, what's your favorite online game to play? When World of Warcraft first came out, it was World of Warcraft, but I can't really name it. I can't really put it on one. Like right now, I'm really liking Dota 2. I'm going to be playing more of that. I don't really ever have a favorite of a game. I can't really say that. I mean, I've played so many different FPS games that I think are amazing. I've played a lot of MMOs that I think are amazing, but I can't really just pick one and say that it's my favorite. It used to be World of Warcraft, but you kind of get bored out of it after a while, so I can't really think it's my favorite anymore. But it is definitely a fun game, though. Um, Addy North says, can't you show your face in any video? Have always been wanting to see your face. Now, this is something that I've kind of, I don't know. This is something that I've kind of not done for a long time. And the reason for that is because I like to do commentary. I like to do my voice. That's kind of my thing. That's what people know me from. And, I when I play video games and I don't sit here dressed up all nice. A lot of YouTubers that you watch, not going to name any names or anything like that, but they, they prep themselves and they get a shower and they shave and they look all nice and they put makeup on and everything like that. I don't want to sit in front, I don't want to sit in front of a camera and talk to you with my face there and everything like that, because then when you screw up, that's just double the work that you have to do in editing. And then also, it's just really weird to talk to a lens. It's just not my type of thing. Like, for me, this is pretty much the best way to summarize this. In the movie making industry, there are actors, there are directors, there are cameos, there are stunt people, blah, blah, blah. I'm pretty much a director. I like to be behind the scenes. I like to do the commentary over top of a video that I made. I like to give you guys tips and tricks and all that kind of stuff. When as far as it comes to being in front of the camera, that's not the type of thing that I do. I may in the future do some stuff like that. I will be if I do live streaming, but I'm going to need a better computer in order to do that. And I'm also going to need a better camera in order to also do that too. My camera is pretty crappy, and that's another reason why I don't show my face, is because it does not do justice for my good looks. So, pretty much. Anyway, next one here is Puff T. Beggins. Did you play in the WoW Vanilla Beta? And second part, were you disappointed as me when Pally's got changed so drastically from Vanilla Beta to Live? They did get changed a lot. I knew about Beta, but some of my friends were in Beta, and I tried it out, but I never was in it personally. But yeah, that's kind of another thing that got me into the game. But yeah. Prime 391, would you ever do a Let's Play series for WoW? I was thinking about doing that. I actually messaged WoW Krendor asking him if we should do one together type thing. Haven't heard back from him yet because it's tough to get a hold of people that get spammed with messages in their inboxes. But I don't know if he watches this video or something like that, and he wants to do a Let's Play with me, I'd like to do it. I mean, I've kind of done Let's Plays before with Chuck when we did the leveling up together, but didn't really stick too much. It's something that takes a lot of time to do, but I may do in the future. If you guys wanted to see it, I could do that. It's something easy to do, and it's something can be enjoyable and stuff like that. Next one here is Andrexus Games. Hold on, checking my phone. Okay. What's the craziest thing that has ever happened to you in World of Warcraft? Man, I can't even put a picture on it. There's so many things that have happened over the years of playing World of Warcraft that I can't even, think what's the craziest thing. I mean, there's been a lot of funny things. Probably one of the craziest things that has happened to me, I'd say, is when I was on Wildhammer on my shaman. It was an orc shaman named Vulgar. I was trying to get really good at PvP, and PvP had just come out type thing. The whole race to high warlord type thing had just come out. And there was this guild called Conquered that was by the arena in STV, and they were killing people. So I decided to go over there and see what everything was about. Well, there was one Alliance guy left, and then there was just the whole Concord guild sitting there, and they're just sitting right next to him. Like, what the hell are they doing? Let's go, let's go. Back in the day, if you're red, you're dead. Like, that's how it goes. Like, there's no, like, oh, well, let's just chat with this person. But no, like, that's how it was. And they weren't doing anything with him. So I was like, okay. So I ran over there, and I was messing him up, doing like crazy, and just showing off in front of Conquer because I knew they were the best guild on the server. And, you know, the guy starts fighting back and trying to beat me and stuff like that. And then I'm winning, and I just about kill him, and then he gets mind controlled by, the Horde. Conquer, one of the members of Concord. And then they heal him back to full and let him out of it, and then he fights me more. So I literally had to do this about, say, 5 or 6 times before I just got pissed off, and I was like, what the hell, guys? What is this bullcrap? So I pretty much said to myself that Concord is blacklisted. I'm never going to play with them or anything like that. Screw them. Anytime I see them, I'm just going to ruin their day. You know, like, what the hell, man? Like, we're supposed to be killing the Alliance, not making friends with them. Like, it's like being betrayed, you know, by your own side. And the funny thing is that the guild leader contacted me not too long later, wanted to do BGs with me, saw that I was really good at PvP, then I became one of the leaders of the guild, and went on to become High Warlord in their guild. So, it's kind of a weird story, but yeah, something that was turned out to be my enemy, ended up being one of my close friends, and that's how we pretty much went on. Next one here. Alex Castillo says, what has been your favorite part about Mists of Pandaria so far? I think that the landscape is really cool. I think that, I'd say, like, my favorite thing about Mists of Pandaria is just the fact that it's a new thing, that it's expansion. You know, the game is generally the same throughout the years, and they just add new things, which is kind of cool, but you know, just the fact that we're not still playing Cataclysm, and it's not slow anymore, and people are starting to play World of Warcraft again, and it's starting to pick up. Like, I like that, and probably my favorite thing about it. But as far as like an in-game thing about Mists of Pandaria, I kind of like the talent system and the way the skills work, but I don't know, kind of iffy on that, but I don't know. Maybe that's my favorite, maybe not. What's your favorite, Alex Castillo? Then we have Eternal Analogy, or Eternal Agony, 1. How much time does it usually take for you to make an average video, start to finish? I'm glad you asked that, Eternal Agony 1. I was hoping somebody would maybe ask this question, because a lot of people don't really know how much work goes into making a YouTube video. This one in particular is very easy. I'm just sitting here talking it now for 47 minutes, you know, which is not easy to do. You may think that it's easy to sit there and talk nonstop for 40 some odd minutes. It's not. You have to like really learn how to learn new breathing patterns and learn how to control your... I'm literally breathing as I'm talking. Like, it's kind of interesting. But yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. As far as start to finish, pretty much goes on. I pretty much have either a notepad or a whiteboard, dry erase board, where I actually write down ideas that I have that I want to do throughout the week. Then later on in the week, if I need to do some kind of research or I need to do something, I spend a couple days doing research, doing whatever. Then I get to the next point where I actually get all the footage and stuff like that. So I record all the footage, blah, 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 do that. Then I do the audio. Sometimes I watch the footage and do audio over top of it. Sometimes I do the audio as I'm doing the footage. It really depends on the video. So that takes a little while. Then after that's all done, I go grab any images that I need online. I grab any sound, music that I think will go good with it. I kind of just map out, like I do like an outline on a piece of paper or on my computer, and actually map out like, okay, I'm going to say this then, I'm going to do this then. Oh, maybe that'd be a good idea. I'll put that in the intro, blah, 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 blah. And I try a bunch of different things. Then I go into the editing process and put everything together, and the editing can take hours sometimes. It really depends on the video. I think the longest that I've ever spent editing one video was about 10 hours, which is a long time. Like, I could barely move afterwards. And I think, to tell you the truth, it might have been one of my most popular videos, and that was how to make 150,000 gold in one day. That one's gotten like 200 and some odd thousand views. That one took me a long time to make. I believe that's the one that took me a long time to make. But there's some videos that I put out there that take me like no time to make, and it just kind of goes either way. But I'd say on an average, like I said, it takes me a couple days to do the concept and everything like that, but after that point, as far as editing, as far as getting footage and then shipping it out and putting it online and doing the annotations and doing the, tags and all the other stuff that you have to do when you put it on YouTube, I'd say like a full work day, like pretty much, I would say. So like, instead of me waking up at 9 o'clock to go, I don't know, do construction or something and come home at 5 o'clock, I wake up, make the videos, blah blah blah, and then at the end of the day I'm done type thing. So usually, if I really put a lot of time into a video, it'll take me the whole day. Sometimes I can do multiple videos in one day, though, and but it really depends on the type of video. Then we had scroll up. Let me see. Try and find some questions here. Some of these aren't questions, so some of them are questions that we've done before. Somebody said that they already registered on Gamers Book. Guys, this is so easy to do if you already have Facebook. Using Facebook Connect, you don't even have to enter in any information. Seriously, I want mod, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, literally, signing up for any of the contests that I do with Gamers Book, usually they just go through Facebook, and if you have Facebook already saved to your, browser, you just, register, and it takes, no time, and it's super easy. So, yeah, he's right about that. That wasn't really a question, but, yeah, I just wanted to read that. Here is another one. Jamie Eccles says, Shinobi, how do you stay interested in WoW PvP? Anyway, I don't see a link. Am I late to this giveaway? There was a link up there. I don't know if it got erased or something, but I'll check. I'm sure the link should still... It's in the description. It's in the top of the description. But anyways, I don't know if the contest's still going on after I put this out, though. It probably is. But anyway... how am I still interested in WoW PvP? I'm really not, to be honest. I think PvP in WoW has been lacking for a long time, and yeah, so that's pretty much it. I do PvP from time to time, but it's mainly just to mess around and have fun. I don't really think that it can be really taken too seriously. If I do PvP, I'm doing it for the real competitive edge, and in a game like this, it requires you to have more people to do that really competitive edge with, and finding people that have the time, like I have the time to do that, it's tough. So, in a game like an FPS game, that's a game that I can really take seriously, and really, and it only requires yourself, unless you're doing a clan battle or guild battle or something like that, but you usually meet those people online already. But I just don't like to spam trade chat and be looking for arena, blah, 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 blah. And you get people and they don't want to use Skype and they suck at the game and you're just okay, it'll blow my brains out. I think the way that PvP is in the game is just not as good as it could be. I know it could be a lot better. Talonius. I just moved to Darkspear while I made a tune on Darkspear. My mains are on Blade Fist. Okay, you didn't ask a question. Next one here from Sam Gardner. He says, Shinobi, when is the 10k subscriber giveaway video coming out? I already did it before this one, actually. He's probably wondering when the winners are going to be announced. Like I said, I just message people individually. That's still going on, so if you guys are interested in it, it's very simple to enter into that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Then, okay, I guess this guy's asking a question here. His name is Pro Wahoo Gaming. Hey man, glad to see you doing great after the move-in and in charge of this giveaway. I would like to know how you feel about the changes that are going on in the next patch and how you feel about the new raid as well as the new season for PvP. Take care, man. Like I said, I haven't really been doing too much in PvP. I'm mainly focusing on guides and stuff like that for you guys. If I do PvP, it's kind of like a Let's Play, and in my opinion, Let's Plays are what everybody does on YouTube. So, I try to do something that's different than other people don't do, so I stand out more and I help people more. But as far as the new patches and stuff that have been coming out for Mists of Pandaria and in the future, I think that it's just something, I don't know. It's all right. They don't really change much stuff. Sometimes they lower cooldown, sometimes they lower damage. After a while, I've been playing this game for so long that you don't even get phased anymore when Blizzard changes something, because that's all they do all the time. So it's just like, oh, my class is completely useless. Okay, that's why I have 13 other, level 85 plus. So and I just hop on one of those other ones. That's pretty much the reason. So yeah. But thanks. What do you think is the greatest thing video games have done for Earth? From Cody Grove. That's an interesting question. I would have to say that I think that video games have done a lot. I think that they, other than sharpening, your cognitive reflexes, other than doing that kind of stuff, I mean, social networking, you're meeting people, you're talking to people. It's not just the way it used to be where you're just sitting alone in your bedroom, and then games are just kind of evolving over time. And one thing that's really great about games for me is, like, if you have a stressful life and things aren't going good for you in life, you can always pop in a game and you can play and you can forget about that stuff. And I think that it helps for stress relief for a lot of people, and it really does. I think it's really great. And not only that, it's something really fun to do, and it's another way you can connect with your friends. It's a way you can, have more enjoyable time. I mean, I love to log on to Skype every night and play late nights with my best friends, and do dungeons and PvP and just all that kind of stuff. Help each other out, and it's good times. I mean, some of the best times I've ever had in my life have been during gaming. So, yeah. Next one here is Chippy Abel. What are my chances to win something, Shinobi? Well, technically, it really varies on every video that I put out. Sometimes I only get 1,000 views on the video, so your chances are pretty good. Sometimes I get a lot of views on the video. So it really depends. I mean, the only way to have really good chances is just to watch all my videos. You watch all my videos, you have really good chances. I also do these random giveaways nowadays, too, where if you're watching my videos constantly, I can see that. And I also have an eidetic memory as well too, so I can remember your name, and I can actually look back and go, yeah, that guy's been watching all my videos, and so is that guy, and so is that guy. Okay, I'm going to do a prize. Let's see which one wins. And then I give away random prizes. So if you're always interested to, watch some of my, to win something, your best chance is just to watch more of my videos. That is your best chance. But as far as what your chances are, if you watch, say, someone like a Swifty video giveaway and he has like 40,000 comments, you have a 1 in 40,000 chance to win something. On my channel, because I'm smaller, you have like a 1 in 1,000 chance, which is like way lower. So that's way better of a chance. So I like it that way. Nothing wrong with Swifty, but I think it's pretty cool. Next one here is Fatman, that's his name. Hey Shinobi, just wondering if you remember Mortal Pack or Frostfire. You're the first YouTuber that actually took the effort to talk to me, so thank you, and you will always be watched by me and my friends. Yeah, I usually message people individually. He's saying Mortal Pack or Frostfire. Are those video games? Frostfire was a map on SOCOM 2 that I was extremely good at, and that's one of the FPSs that I was one of the best players in the world in, and won a lot of like competitions. Frostfire was my favorite map in that game, but other than that, I can't really think of what those are. Peter Carlson says, how old are you? I mentioned that earlier, 26. My birthday is in July. On July 15th at 6:34 p.m. is when I was born. And yeah, so I'll be 27 next year, which is kind of crazy. And yeah, but I don't want to be 30. Next one here, Sebastian Mickelson. Are you doing pet battles? And if you are, can you maybe do a video on the rarest or blah 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 blah? I did some videos on pet battles, and you guys weren't too happy with pet battle system and seeing those kinds of videos, so I kind of stayed away from it. Don't really do the pet battles right now. Maybe something I'll do in the future, just to like something fun to do, but maybe. So might be pretty good. Hey, it's Fat Chick Gamer. This is also Betty W, that sent me the epic wallet that she made and like some goodies and stuff like that. She has a question for me. So she says, question, I have 3 main classes I always play: Warlock, Hunter, and Druid. In your opinion, what class of the 3 choices would you recommend to use to start PvP with? I'd say the hardest one to use out of those 3 in PvP, depending on the spec, but most likely is going to be Warlock. Hunter is a little tough because you have to micromanage a pet. So I would say, and so does same with Warlock as well. So I would say the easiest one for you to play would be Druid. A lot of girls like Druid, and you're a girl, so you probably will like it. They have a lot of different specs, so that's pretty nice too. So if you want to heal, and you're not really going to get much bored out of a Druid because you're going to play it for a long time because it has so many different things you can do. But it depends what you want to do. If you want to be a boomkin, you can do spell damage. If you want to do DPS, regular melee damage, you can be cat form, bear form, tanking, all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of good choices there. Right now, I think Druids are pretty good. They're good in all aspects pretty much. I think Pharaoh's not amazing right now, but I think that it's pretty cool. I really enjoy Warlocks and Hunters though. If you're just getting into PvP, I would do something like a Druid or maybe a Hunter, because Beastmaster is just really easy to use right now. So that's what I would say. Anyways, thanks for the question. Lady Jade Storm, I'm really happy you have this opportunity, Shinobi. My husband has been following you for a while now and has gotten me to follow you as well. Recently, he has had to quit WoW due to a car accident. Oh man, that's ridiculous. I would love to win one of these prizes and present it to him. Congrats to you, Shinobi, and the rest of your fans to win. And then she continued on. I guess she had a question here. For you, though, I have a question about healers. My husband plays a priest and a pally, yet feels like they are lacking in sustainability for raid heals. How has WoW improved this and for those classes, and what do you think could be done for further improvement on them? There's a lot of crazy, very educated questions there. Thank you for that. But to answer your questions, first off, I hope your husband's doing okay from the car accident. And second off, yeah, Pally and Priest have been kind of bouncing around as far as heals go, as far as raid heals. Nowadays, it's all about the AoE healing and using the Healbot macros and Healbot add-on and stuff like that. If you don't have that, if he doesn't have that, he might like it, so let him know about that. That's an add-on that he can use, a lot of stuff like that. But pretty much that's pretty much it. Like, that's, I think that healing kind of has changed over time. I think the healing's a little overpowered right now in a lot of ways. They just nerfed it, actually, so that's probably one way that he's not enjoying that. But I think that over time, I think they'll finally balance it out with damage, and I feel like maybe eventually healing will be a lot better. So we'll see in the future. But some ways that they can improve upon it, I think that they need to come up with some way of removing healing and making it specific to PvE, and then having a specific PvP healing type thing. That way they don't clash into each other, because one reason why healing gets nerfed a lot in raids is because it gets nerfed in PvP as well, and then it gets buffed in PvP and it gets buffed in raids. I think they should have some kind of separate thing where, like, PvP healing or something like that, like you heal players for more in a PvP scenario than you play maybe a raid person, or maybe vice versa or something like that. But yeah. Next one here is Steve Klaup. 05. What are your thoughts on MOP? I played WoW since closed beta, just recently stopped playing during Kata, but thought about picking it back up. Been playing tons of Diablo 3, and it's starting to get a bit old. Yeah, Diablo 3 is starting to get a bit old, but PvP will be coming out shortly, hopefully. And thoughts on MOP, though? I think it's a pretty nice expansion. Definitely not my favorite out of all of them, but it's alright, you know. I mean, I'm supposed to be sitting here and going, you should play it, because I want you to watch my videos. But I think you're going to watch my videos anyway, so it's not really about that. I want you to have an enjoyable time, and I mean, just give it a try, man. If you like it, great. I mean, you're not really going to know until you try. I can't really sit here and tell you. But as far as like, I'd say it's like kind of similar to Kata. If you liked Kata, you're going to like this, but a little bit different too. So, yeah. Next one is this video is over an hour long, but that's how it goes. Next one here. What do you think about patch 5.2? This is from Frazen Fix FX. Are you okay with the changes? Yeah, I think they're okay with the 5.2 changes. Nothing. I mean, like I said before, I'm so like immune to all the changes that Blizzard does nowadays. They nerf stuff, they buff stuff, they nerf stuff, they buff stuff. It's up and down all the time. Next one here is Mark Yentosvi Key, something like that. Hi Shinobi, happy 21st day, end of the world. Yeah, he didn't end, by the way. For people that didn't know that. May you help me with Diablo 3, finding a bit of a problem for myself, the fast solo level and making money. I still have some questions with gearing up. Best regards, Mark. Yeah, well, the thing with that is, like I said before, getting a lot of practice in. While you're leveling up, if you want to level quicker, playing on a higher MP level. A lot of people are doing that nowadays when they're leveling up, is playing a higher MP level. Also, just, the gold you make from 1 to 60 is nothing compared to what you're going to make at 60. So get to 60 as quick as possible if you want to make some good gold. And if you're already, level 60 already, then make sure you're farming Act 1 or Act 3, preferably Act 3. And just make sure you're just farming up those, killing all the, elite packs and champ packs, and just trying to kill as many as possible, and increasing your chances, and try and plan like MP 1 or 2, because those are going to be like the fastest chances for you to get something like a legendary. But just kind of keep playing, and eventually something will happen, and you'll get some good items. And it only takes one item to make you ridiculously rich in Diablo 3, so it's pretty much how it goes. Okay, I think we're at the top almost. Oh my god. Will you release more, if Power Dude 110, will you release more Diablo 3 content in the future, and WoW content, PvP, PvE? Yeah, I've been doing more Diablo 3 recently, actually. I've been talking about PvP in some videos, and we'll be doing some more follow-up on that pretty soon, and everything like that, so definitely soon. Next one is 13 Henry W. Shinobi, have you ever thought of taking up Guild Wars 2? Yes, it is another MMO that you've had to spend a lot of time on. Yet, have you ever fancied the thought of just playing another MMO without the burden of making great videos? Any game that I play, I want to make videos for. There have been some games that I've played where I don't make videos, but Guild Wars 2 is so kind of similar to World of Warcraft in the fact that they kind of have the same fanboyish type thing. A lot of fans are so crazy about each one, and it's like not a lot of people play both. It's more of just you play one or the other, and I just think that I'm so used to World of Warcraft, and everybody knows me for World of Warcraft, that it just makes no sense to go to Guild Wars 2. Plus, starting up a whole new MMO, it just takes so much effort, and I've heard some bad things about Guild Wars 2, so I probably won't be heading to Guild Wars 2. Any game that I do play in the future, like a brand new game that's not Dota 2, would probably be like an FPS game. That'd probably be the next game I want to implement to the channel. And it might be Black Ops 2. We'll see. Next one is Relution. Hey Shinobi, are these US or EU, or it doesn't matter? I said that earlier. All of my contests, unless it's like you get to play with me in game, are all worldwide. So if you're an EU, US, doesn't matter. You can win. I'll ship it to you either way, or Gamers Book will if we're doing a Gamers Book one. So next one is Micondia. Is this US only? It's the same. Blah, 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 blah. Next one is Slayer Das Sniper. Great vid. Are you giving away more than one copy? Yes, I was giving away 7 copies in that video, and I think they're still giving away copies, so make sure you're entered into the contest. Next one is from Andrew Zadsky. And Andrew Zatsv. Yeah. Anyway, he says, Shinobi, I don't care if I win the contest or not, but could we do a heroic or something sometime? That would be badass. I'm working on my druid tank, blah, blah, blah. If you're on Darkspear, just message me, man, and we'll figure something out. Then we have June Daz. He says, what made you start making videos for YouTube, and what was your first video on YouTube about? I talked about already what my first why I started making videos. My first WoW video was the one that I mentioned earlier about how to make 100,000 gold in one day. My first video that I put on this channel was like a Magic the Gathering guide video for teaching people how to play Magic the Gathering and showing off decks and stuff that you can play and everything like that. But yeah, just Magic the Gathering is just not near as popular as some of the top games out there. So as far as like on YouTube, like actually more people in the world play Magic the Gathering than people play World of Warcraft, which is pretty funny. But the thing about that is that not all of them are watching YouTube videos, whereas a lot of World of Warcraft people are watching YouTube videos. Yeah, anyways. Next one here is from Dunno Random One. Haha, that's Leonard P. I know your name. He says, keep up the great videos. Thanks for the donations recently, man. You've been an awesome guy. And I really appreciate it. And I will keep making these videos, especially with the donations that help out. They just make me want to make more videos because then I can actually pay bills and stuff, which is great. Next one, Patrick Wyatt. Why did you change from Horde to Alliance? That is a good question. I played on the Alliance in the beginning when I first started World of Warcraft. Then I went to the Horde to do something completely different, and I dominated it and did everything. I made WoW guides and gold guides and blah, 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 blah. And then I decided to go to the Alliance because all of my YouTuber friends, Swifty, Hobbs, blah, 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 Bajura, Elemental QT, Mercator, the list goes on. They all play on Darkspear pretty much. So I was like, well, maybe I should go to Darkspear because that's where the economy is happening there. Because the economy on my old server on the Horde was really crappy. So I thought, I can make some really good epic gold guides if I'm on the Alliance. So now I'm on the Alliance and I've leveled up on Darkspear. Since I've been on Darkspear, which is very recently, I've leveled up 3 level 90s and 3 level 85s. So 6 characters total in that amount of time, plus about 3 working on 4 professions right now. But yeah, but that's why I did that. And then the last one here, which was one of my favorite questions, and all of these questions I love, but this one's one of my favorite ones because I don't talk about it very much, which is Zeus Rats. Hey Luke, I'm not sure if you said in a previous video, but what gaming gear do you use, i.e. mouse, keyboard, headphones? Just curious. I use the Kakarius headset. That's what I'm speaking into right now. It's very clear, very nice, very comfy, also very durable. All the Razer stuff I like just because they have those like netted cords on them, so you can't tangle the cord. I think it's nice. I've had cats in the past that have chewed on other cords that I've had for other things, and they can't really chew through this too much, which is good. Not sponsored by Razer or anything like that, but I do like to stick to Razer products just because I know so much about all of them. I have the Razer Naga mouse. I've been using that for 2 years now, and it's awesome. It's probably the best mouse that's ever been made. I mean, it's pretty much true. It has like the most buttons on it. It fits perfectly. The laser has like ridiculous response time, and it's crazy. It's just like and it's like good price too. Like some mice are more expensive, like $200, but I have like the all-in-one package here for like $80. So yeah, do I want to get something that's a slightly better for like $200, or do I want to get something that's not like probably considered one of the best mice of all time for $80? It's a pretty simple choice. The keyboard I use is a Satex Cyborg. It's not bad. Gets the job done. It's a red lighted keyboard. I don't know if I'll be able to put pictures on the video or anything like that, but yeah, it's red lighted video keyboard. It's definitely nice. And then also use the Razer Goliathus gaming mats. Also use my 2 monitors, big LCD monitors. Pretty nice for sure. And speakers, computer. I like to use a lot of NVIDIA stuff from, NVIDIA graphics cards and stuff like that. I usually stick with that for graphics cards and everything, but just because it's nice. But yep, that's pretty much it, guys, and that's pretty much all of the gaming gear that I use currently. I'd like to use more, but I don't really have the funds for that. But anyway, this has been, let me see, over an hour and 15 minutes of me talking constantly to a computer screen and reading all of your questions and everything like that. It's been pretty crazy, and I want to thank you guys for making these questions and watching my videos and hitting the thumbs up and sharing my videos and everything like that. And I haven't had liquid in my mouth in like 2 hours, so I'm pretty dry mouth right now. Probably should go get something to drink, fall down on my bed, because you really don't know what it's like to talk for multiple hours straight. Like, it's tough. You may think it's not tough, but it's tough. And yeah, so I'm just gonna go do that stuff, and hope you did enjoy this video. Nothing special on the screen, just wanted to put something you can listen to in the background. And I'm really curious to know if somebody actually watched the entire video. So put in the comments down below if you watched the entire video, and if you did, I want some kind of proof. You need to tell me like what happened, points of the video that you enjoyed. So put in the comments down below what are some of the things that you enjoyed that I talked about in this video. And if it's I see that it's kind of jumped around and I see what kind of areas you went to, then I know you watched the entire thing. And if you did, maybe I'll do a random giveaway for one of those people, because that's a true freaking supporter right there. I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't watch an hour and 15 minutes of a video. If God made a video and it was an hour and 15 minutes long, I would not watch the whole thing. So, anyway, and if you got to this point of the video where I just said that joke, put it down in the comments below. And I'm going to stop talking and stuff and words and things. Anyway, till next time, I'm Shinobi. Thank you for watching. Or listening. You weren't really watching, you're listening. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. See you later.